Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play RGFX for Kaiserreich Socialist Norway. Let's continue on for the last left off. So, France at war. I mean, the Second Weltkrieg happened. France is doing some suicidal attacks into Alsace-Lorraine. Hopefully at some point they stop. Sweden still has not joined the war, and Norway is sending troops into the northern regions here. We don't care about that too much. We're still hoping that Russia eventually makes their way into the war. Hope maybe once they kill Turkestan, they can send some troops over. That's like the ideal situation. So again, Austria, that's a large faction. I think we can all agree this is a dangerous, dangerous Austria that we have to deal with as well. So we'll kind of see how that ends up playing out here. I'm looking at Sweden. Sweden doesn't have that many troops on the border right now. If we were to attack, this would be the time. But I don't know if there's anything I can necessarily do to make that a reality. You're sending volunteers to Germany. The Dutch have joined the war. Oh, Russia's joined the war. Oh, we've done it. Russia, my best friend ever. Thank you for intervening. It is a pleasure to have you on board. Ukraine and White Ruthenia, if you would like to join the war as well, I would appreciate your support here. So that does definitely change the dynamic of things, for sure. Yes, I don't know who else we're joining the war against, but just declare war on everybody. And it's definitely a lot of people, for sure. Canada and the Entente luckily haven't intervened quite yet. The Three Confederations formed up. We'll see how that kind of affects things in the future. I mean, I could send some troops up north now. Russia, we can definitely have a non-aggression pact, my friend. Don't have superiority up here, but that's okay. I was just playing EU4, so that's why I'm kind of pressing all the wrong buttons. You know what? Deploy, delete. Then you guys here onto the front. I want to stop Finland from pushing too far into us, while at the same time stopping Sweden from ever getting any funny ideas about, intervening in the war at all. We have enough rifles for everybody. Why don't we send 2 infantry divisions with the best defensive general we have, which is you. Be a winter expert because it's going to be freezing cold up in the north. You can be the Yellow Army and immediately put you basically just to hold this line. Oh, but that's risky, isn't it? It's risky because if Sweden takes any of these provinces, then you're kind of completely screwed. Delete this. Because it doesn't make any sense, right? So there's no way we can get up there. Okay, now stay in Blue Army. I'm just trying to think. We could probably send troops to Russia and try and make some sort of play that way. Maybe that would work. Yeah, the British have done some naval invasions. They've all gone about as well as you would expect. I'm trying to think. I don't know if there's anybody else. Ukraine could go to war with the Austrians, but I don't think that makes sense. I am going to justify the war. It'll take 10 days. No, don't justify against 2 provinces. Just justify against 1. And you know what? If they're not going to join the Reichspakt, we'll just start the war ourselves. And we'll see if it works. If it works, it works, and that'd be lovely. If they join the Reichspakt, so be it. I don't care. That's kind of what we were expecting them to do anyways. And we'll save up our points until we're actually at war with Sweden. You'll be ready in 8 days. Thank you for 5,000 manpower and 5,000 rifles, even though kind of actually not that meaningful, I would say. Yeah, how many troops do you have? 6 to 40. Petrograd has fallen. How? Russia. I'm guessing because you haven't killed Turkestan yet. I'm highly disappointed in your performance here. I will say, at least. Your justification is going to be ready in 3 more days. I think this is probably the best thing we can do. Even though it is risky for sure. They're probably just doing the Reichspakt, I'm sure. Canada has now entered the war. We're going to conquer you. We'll now immediately do this. I don't know what it actually does for us, but we'll find out in just a moment. We'll hold our position. We're now at war with Sweden. But remember, Sweden is not in the Reichspakt. The Great Patriotic War. Once again, the provincialist Swedes are seeking to subdue us Norwegians. I mean, I did declare war on them. Only a mere 2 decades after we finally cast off their yoke. Many Norwegians don't agree with the nature of our government, yet the whole Norwegian nation nearly unanimously despises the idea of return to Swedish-Norwegian union. Throughout Norway, volunteers to fight in our forces are enlisting, ready to confront the menace. On the home front, civilians help their soldiers to the best of their ability. While the Swedes outgun us and overpower us in terms of manpower, we shall make up for that with material in spirit. We shall go on to the end. We will fight in Sweden. We shall fight in the seas and oceans. We shall fight in the growing confidence, the growing strength in the air. We shall defend our flanker, wherever the cost may be. We shall fight in the fjords. We shall fight on the border. We shall fight in the forests and in the streets. We shall fight in the mountains. We shall never surrender. That's a lot of modifiers. Fantastic. What? Look at this. Resistance growth goes down. Defense is up by 20% on core territory. Surrender limit high. Population factor. All of these are good things. And we're going to get this done in about 10 more days. What we're kind of wanting is Sweden just to attack me. I have noticed you are moving troops around. I'm trying to think, like, does it make sense to even call allies in? I don't know what allies we would even call in. Again, Sweden taking these territories to the north don't bother me at all. I'm trying to remember how many men do you have? That's the biggest question I have. Like, we can make some progress inland, I think. Like, if I was to attack with you, our numbers are pretty good. But I think I mean, you're not strong enough. But it's 66. Okay. Just getting some numbers here. You border 2 provinces, so you probably want to do something like this. You can take both of those provinces from you. You're not in a great position. Let's see if we can make a fight up there. Makes sense. Yeah, if Sweden just never joins the Reichspakt, that is honestly... It has to be the best case scenario. It also does stop Norway, or not Norway, from Finland from sending more troops down towards our border. Which I think works out pretty well for us. I know we're not training troops. Honestly, let's just train some shitty militia. I know our manpower might be low here, but I'm sure the modifier... I mean, our cavalry now is 7.5%. With a modifier of 20%, that should go up to maybe like 9 point something-ish. Also, yeah, let's go to a war economy, please, and thank you. We're taking some penalties here. We send our planes here. Does that give us... It does give us a boost. You only border here. And that means that you would only border here. So, I mean, if you guys are just going to move your troops in places that don't actually make any sense... I'm going to decline the war against the Entente right now. I hope you're okay with that. We have 1 cavalry division here. You are moving men down south. Again, our main point is it is the defensive war that we're fighting. For sure. You are moving, I think, down to this other region. You're going to be there in 1 day, 7 hours. We would be there in 1 day, 6 hours. So no matter what, we'd be here first. How long would it take for you to get there? 3 days, 4 hours. Okay, so you go up to this region, please. You are sending men down. I know you're basically garbage. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass for sure. What if you guys... Okay, you guys move out like this. Take these 2 regions. You're not doing too much, but I think that's kind of okay. Honestly, just try to take all their major victory points. And just see if it works. We'll have to keep close eye on what everybody's doing for sure. Okay, but you're holding this area for now. Honestly, I think you hold a position where you are. You can move out slightly. I know this is not a great position because there's no fort. We actually might get the overrun here as well. We did. Beautiful. Okay, so you are retreating. Please stay here. Where are you going? You're leaving in 17 hours. You're gone in 3 days. Okay. So Sweden is making some maneuvers. They did, again, they took over the northern regions, but that's fine. Finland should be killed in enough time. The Baltic Duchy is also taking some heavy casualties. And yeah, and surprisingly, you guys just had no interest in actually can you move to here? Just kind of fill up these smaller gaps, please. Honestly, I don't want the rest of the International worried about our affairs up to the north. Also, apparently we get an event here. Martin Liege has gathered his band of patriots across the border into Sweden. We hope that they succeed in sabotaging and destroying vital industries. Yes, let's set Sweden ablaze. I don't know how much it's going to affect us, but hopefully a decent amount. 15% stability is good. More support is not needed. Is there anything up here we would want? Synthetic refinery. No, let's just go a new Norway for a new world. Yeah, so you go to this front. And we definitely are making progress for sure. Much more than I think is even reasonable. Yeah, we'll send some troops down towards the south. Where are you going? You're actually moving upwards. That's okay. That should allow us to take Stockholm. This area will be cleaned up soon. Keep marching down towards the south. Capturing these like smaller regions is nice. And if it can give us, again, better positioning. That's really all that we're asking. Medium tanks would be nice, but I think just getting some sort of benefit for our infantry. Artillery upgrade, 174 days. I'm still going to take it. Yeah, now if we can actually kind of clean up this line here, that would be nice. Honestly, you go here. Get the instructment on that troop. You know, we don't want to abandon too much. You can march 1 province forward. You can march 1 province forward. You come down here. You fight this guy and go to that city. You can probably immediately counterattack, take Gothenburg. Who's on this? Is it it's you two? You're not in the war, right? Denmark is out. They have no interest in being in this conflict. Go down to Mamelo. You are going to counterattack and kill this 1 unit. You did get cut off, but you're still going to go to Stockholm. Which is absolutely beautiful. Do you have any modifiers from that? You do. In fact, okay, the 2% output modifier, which is really not much. You go here. Unify this line together. Do not leave Stockholm. No, 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 no. You stay in Stockholm. Sweden's down to 44%. You're gonna die soon. I think, like, what? You don't really have that many major cities. Now we want to send reinforcements to Stockholm for sure. You move your way down south. You're taking over these major cities. How much? You're worth 1. You're worth 1. You're worth 4. You're worth 1 as well. Keep on chasing him down. And honestly, this is basically as good as an outcome we ever could have asked for. You move up to that province. Why are you? No, you're still here. You, my friend, go to this province. Hopefully there's nobody in Mamlo. There is not. Fantastic. You're not anything, but you are taking some units away. Why? No, you're all here, please. This southern area doesn't matter too much. I mean, it does still matter for sure. Do these even connect? Yes. You fight him, take the city. Well, we need to take Gotland? No, there's no victory point in Gotland. Okay. Yeah, so you come up to here. Hold this line, please. Okay. So again, things are working significantly better because Sweden didn't join the Reichspakt. Which I guess isn't a huge surprise. Why are you people not on this front? I don't know. But I guess if there's no troops down there, it doesn't make too much of a difference. You go here. I don't know where you're going. You move your way to that city. You're all holding position. Like, this is... Why is nobody in Stockholm? Why are you attacking? What's wrong with you? Go here. In fact, we're going to have a fallback line. Your job is just standing there. And if there's no ports... There's no way for these guys to get supplies out. Why are you down here? Go back up to the north. You fools are making everything worse. How long do you actually get to that city? I don't know. You're here. Fight your way to this. You probably, I guess, go back up towards the north. You are worth 3 victory points. So you would be a nice city to take, and you know what? You've just left the city, which I appreciate a great deal. Who's on this line? Just you. Okay. Honestly, it's going so much better than I ever could have hoped for. That I feel like I'm going to spoil myself and get myself a medium tank. We've gotten you down to 26%. That's without taking you. Even though, again, you are only worth 1 victory point, so it's not a ton. It's the only city we don't have this one. Looks like the answer is kind of yes. Okay, well, you have taken you. You're going to make your way back up towards the north. We've gone Sweden down to 24%. The problem right now is that our, yeah, you guys come back over here. As long as this 1 Swedish infantry is dead, we can move all these 2 other divisions towards the north. Honestly, deploy, delete. I know you're not great, but you can still fill up this line. I could not have asked for a better outcome for this conflict. They didn't join the Reichspakt. I still don't know why. Like, I feel like they should have. You move up in this direction. You go here because you're going to go to this way. You're going to go up towards this airport. And I guess your job is just to go to here. If that's the last city they have, which I'm kind of surprised that it is. Again, they don't have a city in Gotland. They don't really have a city anywhere else. Everybody's trying to call me into the war with the Entente, but right now I'm like, no, thank you. I prefer to avoid that if at all possible. You move your way up towards the north. You come here. You fight here. No, yeah, this is just splendid. Just absolutely splendid. How is the war in Europe looking? Stalematey, for sure. But Russia almost killed Turkestan, and Russia should be able to push their way through the Baltics sooner rather than later. You guys can probably go, maybe not to there. What if you make the trek to the northern city? We got down to 23. I know all these other smaller territories do count against their war score. So it probably makes a little bit of sense to use them in combat, but like even then I'm kind of like, I don't know. And once Finland is dead, our priorities change significantly. Okay, you've immediately been attacked. So you know what? Hold position then. You might lose some territory. I mean, you're going to fall back, I'm sure, but really it's not going to make a big deal at all. You take over these areas. Come on, Sweden. At 22%. You know you want to give up. You want to give up because I want you to give up. Okay, we did get better equipment. You can move to this territory pretty freely, I believe. Is there anything we're missing? Just planes, and we can make some more planes for sure. Now you're all gonna fly up to the north because you're not really needed in the south too much anymore. And I'm really surprised that Sweden still has not clicked the join the Reichspakt button, which I'm sure they have. Anti-air upgrades still make a lot of sense. You know what? Let's go for the 1940 fighter. I think, like, what can we do with you guys? Well, you're gonna definitely take there. Honestly, I think your job right now is just to take the rest of this. You're gonna move your way up. You are gonna take here, unfortunately. I don't want you guys to be free, and we definitely need to hold Stockholm. There's no doubt about that. That Stockholm needs to be held. We have kind of entered into a equilibrium, I would say, with Sweden for right now. But they have, like, no manpower, because I own all their major population centers. But I think for right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end this episode. So thanks so much for watching. My name is Anthem. If you've enjoyed, remember, thumbs up. Not enjoy, you can always thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.